President Trump is leaving Israel off of his first Middle East trip since returning to the White House. And Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, told hostage families this week that Israel's government is dragging out the Gaza war, even though, here's the interesting part, even though they say the U.S. wants to end it. That's right. Witkoff said Israel is slowing down a deal that would bring American and Israeli hostages home. Now, Trump is not openly attacking Israel, but his recent moves do show a sharp change in U.S. policy. He cut a ceasefire deal with Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen, even after the missiles hit Israel's main airport. Now, Trump also dropped U.S. demands linking Saudi Arabia's nuclear plan to making peace with Israel. Netanyahu's coalition, made up of far-right parties, is pushing to keep the war going. But more than two-thirds of Israelis, according to polls, want the war to end if it means that they get all the hostages home, which the Knesset puts at the bottom. The Knesset is Israel's Senate or legislative body, Congress. The Knesset puts it at the bottom of its priorities. Now, Trump is signaling that he won't let Netanyahu's political fights stop him from making deals in the region. He's expected to visit Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates later this week, skipping Israel, a move that would have been rendered unthinkable just a few years ago by a United States president. But Trump's allies say he's not against Israel, but he sees Netanyahu as a problem, not a partner. That seems like the first big fragmentation in their relationship. The bromance is ending, y'all. I promise you. Not as fast as I'd like, but ultimately these egos are going to bump heads the same way I would argue Elon Musk and Donald Trump are going to bump heads. So it'll be interesting to watch, but please pay attention to what has happened and what is happening. Donald Trump traveling to the Middle East and not stopping in Israel, not centering Israel, very, very important. Very important information. It's also interesting to see as Donald Trump is traveling the Arab world and these wedges are being sort of drawn or placed between the United States and Israel. It'll be interesting to see how that affects the political choices that other nations make. You know, how closely do you embrace Saudi Arabia now? You know, and if the condition of Gaza is not a determining factor on how to engage Israel, then suddenly all kinds of things are open.